record labels. I feel like they're really manipulating the law. Once finalized, Universal will enjoy an expanded independent footprint. Independent artists make up the vast majority of music creators. And it's just like exploitation. You have like predators at every level of this. You guys know that I'm such an advocate when it comes to just staying independent in the music business and all the vultures and the sharks. I'm about calling out the nonsense, and then I run across this article. Virgin Music Group acquires Downtown Music Holdings for $775 million. So this little acquisition is happening early next year. And the reason why we care about this is because, you know, the big headlines I'm seeing everywhere is like, this is going to be Universal really now maintaining a presence in the space that independent artists exist. And here's the thing. Independent artists make up the vast majority of music creators. And I've been pretty critical of major labels, especially Universal, with just how they're kind of weaponizing copyright, and they are using their music catalogs to like sue other businesses like TuneCore, Wayback Machine, which is actually a non-profit that like digitizes history, right? Web pages. But now I go, all right, so now Universal, or more specifically, Virgin Music within Universal, is going to pay $775 million. So let's see what's going on, and you guys can let me know if you agree with my analysis and my concerns. And as always, when you get to the end of this video, if you're looking for more help, a deep dive, I have free stuff on Top Music Attorney. You can go through my full music business course, or you'll be directed to actually hire a lawyer. I got you covered. Okay, so real quick on this, Virgin within Universal announces a deal to acquire Downtown Music Holdings. All right, so Downtown, already a massive company, and it's really important, what does Downtown already own? The acquisition officially closed on Monday, and it's going to expand the global footprint of Universal for offerings specifically for independent artists and labels. So what the article goes on to say is basically it's going to be now distribution, marketing, rights management, royalty collection, and within the acquisition, there's a bunch of companies. And there's two in particular that are like standing out in my mind. One of them is CD Baby. Of the big boys in the DIY distribution space, TuneCore, Symphonic, DistroKid, all of which I've reviewed their contracts for you guys and done deep dives. But I'm like, okay, you're telling me that now we have Universal coming on in and stepping in on our territory. Because we already kind of had a problem with, for example, any of these music distributors and looking at their contracts and just picking them apart, being like, you know what, in certain circumstances, these things are very unfair because you guys, in order to get your music on music platforms, you have to go through distributors. And so I am much more critical of a company that you are forced to use to get your music on music platforms. And so I go, all right, so now one of these bigger distribution companies is going to be owned by a major label. Suddenly, Universal is a much bigger player in the indie space. Once finalized, Universal will enjoy an expanded footprint across numerous tiers of independent distribution, both for artists and labels, not to mention an array of indie-focused monetization and rights management competencies. I hope I said that right. Downtown, founded in 2007, has grown into a diversified music service company with division spanning across artists and label services, distribution, royalty, financial services. You know, I remember the first time I did a deal with Downtown, it was a big thing. They were purchasing a catalog that my client owns. Like this year, we did $7 million of music catalog sale. Last year we did $9 million, and then we've done lots of smaller in the hundreds of thousands of dollars deals, okay? So I'm familiar not just with Downtown, but also dealing with mid-sized to major record labels. But here's where I'm getting concerned. So they go, we're going to pay all this money, and of Downtown's portfolio, Downtown owns CD Baby, Sounddrop, Curve. A lot of distributors use Curve. I know some record labels that use Curve, so it's like a royalty reporting platform, or at least that's what I've seen it used mostly from. And then this is the one I'm really concerned about, Songtrust. So then we have some others. There's Sheer Publishing Africa. And so I go, okay, let's really think about this for 2 seconds. Universal is now going to step in for music distribution and it's going to be taking a piece of what artists earn from a whole bunch of different types of ways, right? Specifically independent artists. And then with Songtrust, right? Songtrust works to help to collect your publishing, right? Your performance royalties, right? Not just in your home-based country, which you can do by yourself. P.S. You don't have to give a share to Songtrust, but if you want to utilize Songtrust to collect your publishing in countries that you do not reside, so it's collecting publishing internationally, it's great. It's actually the only company that I've ever found that does this. I use it. And so I go, all right, so that means that the label is now stepping in and going to be, arguably, taking a piece of the pie from independent artists. And I just go, all right, first and foremost, out the gate, that really rubs me the wrong way. I've already been having a hard time with record labels and again, how I feel like they're really manipulating the law to just play games, sue. Their lawsuits are no joke. The lawsuit against TuneCore is over $500 million. The lawsuit against Wayback Machine is over $600 million. This is really what it is. I think this is what I'm getting to. They're basically Facebook coming in and they're starting to monopolize. They were buying Instagram. They're buying WhatsApp. And at some point, the government has to step in with these companies to say, you know what? Enough is enough. You are now saturating. You are monopolizing. And I feel like that's what's happening right now. And it's not just Universal, right? So we have Universal and Sony and Warner. But what I'm saying is that Universal is one that I'm very concerned about. And I go, at what point does what Universal is doing become a monopoly? That they literally are going to control every aspect of the music industry. And it's not just now the things that they want to sign artists and they want to own this company and that company. It's like, no. In order for you to even distribute your music, you have to go through a distributor. And also, P.S., we just covered this in that TuneCore rolled out these new terms of service for its AI program. And I was like nothing short of just outraged as I went through this contract where it's like, hey, we're going to use your music to develop new AI technology, and if we sell the technology and make money off of it, we're going to pay you for using your music. And also, by the way, we're going to basically sick our lawyers onto other third-party companies if we find out they've used your music. So like, we're going to come and we're going to protect you. And so they have this sales pitch of, we're going to do these great things and include you and help you to make money. And I go through the contract and I'm like, that's not what this says. It says you're giving us rights to use your music, to develop our technology, and then if we actually don't make any money from it, doesn't matter. We're not going to pay you. We're still going to have the technology. And who knows, maybe we'll adapt it, maybe we'll do all kinds of things with it later on, but we're not going to pay you. So I go, for me to have a TuneCore or any of these other music distributors have this kind of thing, I go, I am terrified because I don't think anyone's going to read this contract. And I don't know how many people are going to see my video going through the contract, but they'll sign up and they'll say, cool, sign me up. And so the issue now is I go, well, a music distributor who already has so much power because all the music creators have to come to you to get their music on music platforms. So it's already a problem. But now you're telling me that a major record label is also going to own this platform that's going to be problematic when we know Universal's working on its own AI technology. And it's just like the level of exploitation at every level of this. Of now, it's not even that like an independent artist can go through a distributor, receive some kind of service, pay some kind of fee. It's that we have like predators at every level of this. The predator of the distribution company, the predator of a giant corporation that is becoming more and more massive because, I don't know, they're going to file like a quick $500 million lawsuit and then they have another $500 million to then go and buy up a music distributor. Downtown currently manages over 50 million music assets from virtually every country worldwide. It serves over 5,000 business clients and 4 million creators across 145 countries, according to stats shared by the company with Digital Music News. Justin Kalifowitz, the founder of Downtown Music Holdings, also expressed enthusiasm about the deal, stating, quote, "This is a tremendous recognition of the importance and vitality of independent music and the value that our company brings to its clients every day." And, you know, here's the thing, like, as everyone, I want there to be a hero. I want there to be someone that comes out and is like, I'm the music distributor that is here to be fair. I'm the one that's going to like stand up for independent artists and to really fight the good battle. And generally speaking, with like private companies, if you're a private company, you can do whatever you want. You know what I mean? But what I have a problem with is if it's a private company that you are forced to use. I feel like there's kind of intrinsically, inherently a higher level of ethics that you should subscribe to. Back in 2021, Downtown offloaded a catalog of 145,000 songs to Concord in a deal valued north of $300 million. The decision followed Downtown's fourth quarter of 2020, quote, strategic review of its business interests, which involved shifting away from IP ownership in favor of services and other core competencies. Yeah, and that's what I'm seeing. I'm just seeing that there's definitely a shift towards kind of almost taking a piece. It's like, we can help you with this. We'll just take a piece of what you earn. Because I think when you do that at volume, when you're representing like, I don't know, all the independents of the world, and you're just taking a piece of what everyone is getting, that's a lot of money. And I think these music businesses have figured that out. And so that's why I go back to, I'm like, well, with the AI stuff and just being like, well, these are our terms of service. You can opt in. You don't have to do it. Right now, you don't have to do it. But I go, at what point are these companies just going to make these terms of service part of the contract that you sign, right? The one that is that button when you go up on a platform, it goes, by using our platform, you are agreeing to the terms of service. And you go, click, sure. What I'm really just terrified of is that not only with this little opt-in thing where the carrot is we're going to allow you to be a part of our tech development so you get to make money, when really we're just helping these companies build their tech. They're building the tech off of your music. And your music, P.S., is probably going to be imitated by the AI. Someone's going to spit out some song that is from your music. You can't ever get those rights back, by the way, at least pursuant to the TuneCore terms of service, because you give your rights in perpetuity. Our ability to even get this information out is like truly just based on you. Like watching right now, if you've gotten this far in the video, if you care about this, liking the video, sending it to someone just so that more people can be aware of this and be involved in the conversation. So the article goes on, it may be premature to consider the post-acquisition changes that will happen in 2025, but it's plausible that Virgin will leave many downtown subdivisions intact, in particular CD Baby and Fuga. Both are well known and established within their distribution niches with strong brand identities amongst artists and labels. Yeah, I mean, look, two things. One, I used CD Baby as my first distributor, and I continued using them for a really, 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 really long time. In fact, I moved my catalog that I did have on that platform within the last couple of years. And funny enough, side note, I can't get a response from CD Baby. They keep sending me money. I'm like, I'm not trying that hard, but I'm like, guys, you keep sending me money. I need to know why you're sending me money, because you're not supposed to be distributing my music. Okay, so the two companies will continue to operate independently until the deal closes, pending regulatory approval. Okay, so this goes to my little note. I go, well, we see like Federal Trade Commission jump on in with Live Nation, Ticketmaster, and just being like, you're a monopoly. We're going to try to pull you apart with Facebook. You can't buy any more social media platforms because you are literally becoming every single platform. You're not allowed to own every single music platform. So we're going to stop you. And I go, at what point are we going to say, government, we need you to stop these major record labels? On that note, I look forward to your feedback. Leave a comment down below, and I'll see you on the next one.